Hey everybody, happy Saturday. And in today's video, this is a recap and a live narration from a trade that I took yesterday on Friday, November 15th. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, locked in $7,000 profit. And this is largely to pass the 100K challenge from My Funded Futures for the expert account. And the reason why I prefer to trade the afternoon session for passing these challenges is because on days where it's oversold, and if you look at the bottom left corner of your screen, you can tell that we've had heavy selling pressure all day, which is a continuation of Thursday's selling pressure, which I did a video on, and figured we were going to raid that entire fair value gap, which is the massive green candle in the middle there. And I figured that was going to happen, but we bounced off VWAP almost. And when we were oversold all day, we usually see a nice continuation or somewhat of a squeeze towards the end of the day. So as you'll notice, I'm currently sitting at about $3,000 profit, full 10 contracts roughly right at the bottom there before it started to turn. And this is why it's very important to review your trades because I could have passed this challenge with well over $8,000 in profit. I finished at 7,000, but I could have immediately got short when we broke above VWAP here that you'll see coming shortly. But we're starting to squeeze up here, and I have my full 10 contracts long, stops virtually at break even. This is using Trade Evade as well. And you'll notice below my main 1 minute candle where the position is on, the MACD is about to curl to the upside. So we're starting to see the squeeze, and I was comfortable holding the full 10 contracts straight through. And the one thing about NQ is that it's a little bit of how do I put this politely? A pain in the butt, right? Because NQ has a habit of chopping, pulling in massive candles, and then just completely going the other direction, kind of what you're seeing here. And you'll notice on the volume profile, we're at the bottom of that high volume node, but I took that off for some profit, 1300 there. And this candle here was just shaking out the weak longs, and I should have stayed in this position. But again, hindsight 2020, this is why it's very important to look at your trades. We're about to bounce off the first standard deviation VWAP line there, which is the first green line that this trade is essentially sitting on. And when looking at this, it's very tough to not get head faked. NQ is the king of head fakes in terms of thinking things are going to go the other way. So here we go. We're going to push back down now. And I'm leaving this on 1 speed. It's not sped up at all. So you guys are more than welcome to watch this on a higher sped up. But ultimately, we're going to start to retrace above, confirming the longs here. And you'll see me get back into position shortly. And on days where the market is oversold, when you see confirmation of what looks like a potential squeeze or somewhat of a rebalancing happening in the market, as long as you can find a good entry, you're very solid at holding that position 2, 3, 4 minutes, however long you'd like to. So just waiting for this candle to close here. 7 seconds until the next candle. And when you see that we get another green close after a big red candle like that, you're confident to get back in. Notice how the next candle doesn't even push itself down. It immediately starts tracing itself back up. So even if you get caught in a position where you feel like you're buying at the top, it can be okay to see somewhat of a recovery to come through that. So we're going to start to push back up here. Starting to see the MACD start to put in some volume above the 0 line, which shows that buyers are going to be coming back in. But I will say sellers defended the 500 level very, very well yesterday. And you can see that evident with all the candles to the left of where we are currently. If you look at the 5 minute candles all the way on the left, 500 was virtually defended all day. So I believe that when Monday comes around, we'll see somewhat of an inside day on this big red candle to rebalance some of those sellers. Going to push down a little bit here, balance that candle out, maybe test the prior wick. And I believe I get in here right when this thing, yep, so it's starting to turn back over. Stop would be just below that candle, exactly. Now we're starting to push ourselves back up. Now, mind you, when I'm trading challenges, I trade entirely different than my regular strategy. When I'm trading challenges, it's all in, all out, very quickly to pass the challenge as quick as you can. Now we'll really start to see the squeeze come in. Move stops roughly to break even around about there. There's the nice push up. Now this is where things get tricky because what you don't want to see an immediate rejection off of VWAP. You want to see this push through and then hold above, but it's very difficult to see it hold above VWAP when you get towards the end of the day and there's not enough time left in this session. I was anticipating running to that blue box up at the 550, 560 range where the first standard deviation above VWAP is. That's where I was going to take everything completely off, but just didn't work out that way. And then just so you know, guys, I'm not going to narrate the entire video. You can watch the full video to see the ending to where I get to the 7,000 in profit. But right now, sitting at about $5,000 in profit 6, it will start to squeeze up. So right now we're looking strong holding above VWAP, right? But we want to see continuous closes. Now we're getting up there nice. This is where I should have exited. And I wasn't anticipating, I believe this candle retraces quite a bit. And this is why you cannot trust NQ. Should have exited full boat right here. And then played this to the downside to retest VWAP. And then I would have passed the challenge. But I'll just pass it on Monday. That's fine. Never what you want to see, right, when you're trading NQ, but that's how NQ works. And my advice to anybody still watching this that might be new to trading, do not start with trading NQ. Trade one contract on the ES, please. NQ is going to do nothing but make you frustrated if you don't know how it moves. But being this late in the session, should have 100% taken everything off. But that's trading, folks. Them's the breaks. So to see a nice push back up, should have taken it off right here. Again, the importance of journaling all of your trades, folks. Please do that. Look where you went wrong. Look where you could have had better entries. But you'll notice on these end of day squeezed plays, where my entry is at 20,479, definitely bought at the breakout point, but you could have considered buying at the top, right? And definitely not a good entry, but with these end of day squeezes, if you're taking a quick 1-2 minute scalp, by all means, buying at the top can be okay if volume is on your side. But again, you got to watch out for those head fakes. But I'm going to let the rest of the video play, guys. Please stick around, watch the rest of the session to see where all the profits come in to lock that 7,000. And other than that, please subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video.